Good morning, class. My name is Robert Veloz, and today we're going to be working on a jump rope routine. Okay, I'll start off by reading the TEKS. It says here 116.22 Physical Education, Grade 6. B, Knowledge and Skills. Number 1 is movement. It says the student demonstrates competency in movement patterns and proficiency in a few specialized movement forms. The student's expected to E, design and refine a jump rope routine to music, and that's exactly what we're going to be working on this week. All right, now I know I kind of gave it away, but who can tell me what we've been working on the last couple of days? Okay, good job raising your hand. Jumping rope, exactly. We've been working on jumping rope. We went from the beginning, from how to choose a jump rope that's appropriate for you, to the basic skills, to even learning a couple of more advanced moves. Okay guys, now like the TEKS says, we're going to be developing a routine to music. Now there's a couple of things that we want to get out of the way first. First of all, what's one of the things you have to take into consideration when you're going to jump rope? And please raise your hand. Okay, how to choose a jump rope, exactly. And I know I just went over it, but in case any of y'all don't remember, there's just a very easy way to tell if you have a right jump rope. What you want to do is you want to take the jump rope, lay it in front of you, you want to pick up the handles, and then you want to pull it up, and right where you see the jump rope in the middle in front of you, you want to step on that part, and then you want to pull the jump rope up, and if it's the right size for you, the handles should reach up above to where your chest is. Now, what do you think would be the case if it reached up to here? Someone tell me? It's too short, exactly. And why don't you want a really short jump rope? It's gonna hit you on the head. That's right. Yeah, you're gonna swing it, and how are you gonna get under it? It's gonna smack you on the head. That's not good. Now, what if it's all the way up to here? It's too long, right? And then what's gonna happen? You're gonna have to jump up too high to make sure you clear it. So you're gonna be tripping on it, and that's no good. So again, remember, make sure you just lay it in front of you, step on it, pull it up, and make sure it's about to your chest. Right, guys? Now, of course, what's up to the chest for me is not gonna be the same for someone who's shorter than me or taller than me. So make sure it's up to your chest and don't compare it to anyone else's. Okay, guys? Now, as far as the music goes, I know you all probably have some music choices that you wanna use for your routine, but if you don't have any music, I have a big selection of songs that are appropriate that we can use. Now, if you do choose a song, just keep in mind that I'm gonna have to make sure that it's clean, doesn't have any vulgarity, it doesn't have any bad words or drug references or anything like that. And also another thing that I want in the music is that it's upbeat. I want it to be positive, and I want it to be pretty much energetic so that you can actually combine it to a jump rope routine. Okay, guys? Now, the other thing that I wanted to talk to you all about is the actual jump rope routine itself. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate a couple of moves. Of course, the basic one is just when you're really gonna start to jump rope, and if some of y'all don't know this move, you can modify it, is you can take a pause as you jump rope, okay? But if you're already past that level, you can just go ahead and jump rope like that. And what I'm really looking forward to is that your jump rope, you time it to the music so that as you're landing, it's the beat of the music. So that way, if the beat is going, da 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 da, you can actually go like that. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be grading you guys on as far as your routine goes, is I'm going to be looking at how does your routine work with the music. Is it matching, or are you all off? Maybe it's going too fast, and maybe you need to choose a song that's not that fast, that's a little bit slower. Now, of course, since it is a routine, it's not going to be just the same jump rope. So what I'm going to be looking at is that you guys incorporate a couple of different moves. For example, there's an alternating step, which is when you go like this, you can do that one. You can also do the one where you one step is your feet in the middle, the other step is out, like this. as you're jumping. Okay, guys? So I'm gonna be looking at that when you create your routine so that you throw in some variety. Now, if you can't do, like one of the moves that we learned last week, well, that some of us learned because it is pretty challenging, is when you jump and then you go twice around, you can incorporate that into the routine, but if it's a little too hard, excuse me, you don't have to be able to do that. So I'm not gonna look at you and grade you on, well, you couldn't do the hard move, because not everybody can do it, right? So as long as you're creative with what you can do, that's what I'm looking for. And as long as you keep moving, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Now, speaking of moving, who can tell me what system of the body jumping rope really helps you with? Okay, the lungs, but okay, the respiratory system, exactly. Yes, it helps you breathing because you have to keep breathing in and out in order to keep the energy up, right? And what other system? The cardiovascular, exactly. Yes, the heart. This is a perfect exercise to help you with your heart, guys. This is actually like similar to running, but I don't think it puts that much pressure on your knees. Well, not that much, because you're actually you're using your whole body and you're being able to bend your knees. But it's a great exercise for your heart, and it keeps your heart healthy. Okay, and that's the cardiovascular system, like I said. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about is the actual moves themselves, because I know some of y'all are worried that you can't jump rope yet, or maybe you need to take a pause in between each jump rope. Well, what I would suggest is that as you're taking, let's say you're jumping rope to the music like this, okay? And that's perfectly fine if that's what you can do. In order to throw a little variety in there, what I would suggest is maybe you can put it down for a while, or you could even, swing it around you like that. Or you could put it down and you could throw in some jumping jacks if you want. That way, that's a little modification. If you can't jump rope yet, or if you're barely getting there, that way you can throw in a little variety. But like I said, if some of you all are at the level where you can actually go twice around, I would suggest you do that, as long as you keep going with the beat of the music, because we are going to be presenting, I guess you could say, at the end of the week on Friday. After you've had 2 or 3 days to develop and, like it says, design and refine the routine, you're going to be able to go ahead and actually show it to your classmates. And we're not gonna, again, it's not, don't worry about getting graded on this, but I'm just gonna be looking at that it has a good flow, and more than anything, that you're moving. So I'm not gonna look at be picky about how clean it was or anything like that, but you do want to try to get a good flow with the beat of the music. And another thing about actually working on it is that you guys are more than welcome to work in pairs, as long as every person contributes equally. That way I don't want just one person doing coming up with all the steps, and then maybe the other person, either they can't do them, or they didn't choose a move they wanted. But again, keep in mind that I definitely want to see, as far as this goes, the regular one, maybe the alternating step, which from the side it looks something like this. The one where you go out and then in. You could even go on one foot and then switch to the other foot. As long as any of these that you do, as long as they go with the flow of the music, okay? Now, like I said, on Fridays, we'll go ahead and present, and then everyone can say which ones they liked or which ones they didn't like, or what they could do to improve. All right, guys, and just to recap, I just want to ask, what muscle in your body does this exercise help you a lot with? Your legs, okay, yeah, it does help you with your leg muscles. What else? Your heart, yes, it's a really, really good heart exercise, and it keeps your heart healthy, and it's also pretty cheap. So that's what I that's what I want y'all to think about. Like, let's say on Friday after we present, if you don't, if you aren't exactly happy with it, what can you do at home? It's a jump rope. It doesn't cost more than probably, $5-10, and you can go ahead and practice at home. And then maybe the next time we work on jump roping, you can show everybody how far you've come and how much you've learned. Okay, guys. So again, just remember the key points. I want you all to make sure that your routine goes well with the music. I have music, or if not, you can show me what music you want to show, and I'll make sure I approve it. Also, make sure you throw in some variety, and make sure you throw in a couple of at least 4 different kinds of moves. And if you're having trouble, you can always remember substitute the jump rope for like aerobic moves like jumping jacks, or even arm rotations, and make sure you have fun. All right, guys. Now I know some of y'all are wondering, how long does your song have to be? I would say about anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes is fine, as long as you're moving for that whole time. Of course, you don't have to jump rope. If you can, that's great. That's actually what we would encourage, that you can jump rope for that whole time. But if not, like I said, you can substitute jumping rope for either arm twists, or trunk twists, or squats, or jumping jacks. Okay, guys, so remember to have fun, and I look forward to seeing your routines. Thank you.